Alright, I started a new live. Go to that one. I don't know how I have two going, but go to. I'm gonna end this one, refresh. Alright, now. Yes, new live. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I used YouTube, and apparently it was linking to my phone. How, I have no fucking clue, but it's fine. I went live on my iPad, so now it should show that I'm live. Sorry for the confusion. Okay, hang on. I don't know, it was like my computer links up with my phone where I can like share the screen. And I know I haven't been live in forever. I mean, I've been live a few times on TikTok, but and it was mirroring it, and I don't know why. So I restarted it. It's live. I'm on my iPad, so that I don't have to deal with this. So we're good over there. Now, give me 30 seconds. Tom asked for the recipe. Okay, I'm sending it right now. Hang on. I seen this on TikTok, and it's called Salisbury steak meatballs. Oh my goodness. Sweetie meatballs, brown gravy mix. Beef broth. Hang on, I'm sorry. hang on, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. Fuck, man. Okay, I'm sorry. Chat. Let's see. Let's chat. Ella is spicy. And no, him and I, August will be 2 years that him and I split up. Okay, split up. Damn it. He is an abusive, lying, cheating narcissist. Hi. Okay. That is done. So, for anybody, like, you know, you said you're strictly YouTube. I received my go figure. It was approved. So, you know what? I'm just going to do this. We're going to go live on both. I keep getting reported over on the talk because people don't like the truth to be put out. You know, how ironic that it seems to be okay that other people can share, you know, court transcripts and whatnot, and that's okay. But when I put out my court transcripts to, you know, prove the truth about a ton of lies that have been put out there, I'm this horrible person and they keep reporting me. So I just went down and I just got an appeal decision that was approved. So fuck it. I guess I'll go live on both. But if you're over on the tubes, like I said, I'm kind of starting in the middle. I'm sorry if you don't understand. I will go back later and post it over here, start to finish, all of them. Howdy. Yeah, a lot of people didn't get good feelings from him, but, you know, you're dumb, okay? Well, not you, me. You don't open your eyes, you don't see it. And it's hurtful, you know? So, Garbage, do you remember, I had that 2-year restraining order on, Find Out? Well, you know, she's over on the talk telling a bunch of people, you know, bullshit lies, like how I was the one who started it all, and everything else. So, basically, you know, I got all of my court transcripts and I'm playing them. So if anybody's confused, I was like, fuck it. I got my appeal, and I'm on both. I'm on talk and tube. So yeah, to say the least, you know. To say the blind was an understatement. Alright, so I'm going to move you guys over here by the speaker. And for YouTube, I'm also on talk, just so, you know, people aren't confused as to who I'm speaking to if I answer, you know, somebody over there. I did see that. I did. And right before her house caught on fire, hey, wifey, she had a GoFundMe before. Right before her house caught on fire, she posted a video with a candle that had the lyrics, I like to play with fire, or something like that. And then she's like, oh, well, the candle fell over on a towel. Why do you have a fucking towel by a candle, first of all? And then she was like, oh, they had to kick in my door to get my dog. Bitch, you got out that house and you didn't take the dog with you? And you turned around and shut your door? Girl, bye. Why not at least leave the apartment? But you wanna know what she didn't tell people? She didn't tell people that she also displaced 2 other families, including 4 small children, because she wanted to pretend to be a witch and play with candles. She showed a, you know, oh, my hand is burnt. There's no black, there's no red, there's no nothing on her hand. There's no blister. Wifey, she goes by Erin. It's one of Ashley's old mods. Well, I mean, her name's Erin, but she's got 10 different accounts, you know. Erin Irish Princess, Forking. Well, and you know what's ironic is right. So she says in this long ass video that she posted, and I hope that the insurance company and the fire department looks into this. She says, well, thank God that they got my renter's insurance figured out. No, not find out. Erin Irish Princess. She was like, thank God that they got my renter's insurance figured out because they had the wrong address, but they got it figured out today. Yeah, she posted a video the other day that she likes to play with fire with a candle, and 30 minutes later posted a video about how her entire house burnt down. And she has nothing. And like I said, it's me. Oh my God, I lost my tarot cards, my witchy books, my spices, my herbs, my makeup. But she didn't talk about the 4 children that didn't get to come home from school because she burnt down their apartment because she wants to play around with candles. I know she's not a medium. I know she's not. And like I said, for her to say, me, go fund me, money. And she kind of chuckled and she was like, well, at least the, yeah, she's asking for donations. Yep. She was in the back of an ambulance claiming her hand burnt. But there was no burnness to her hand, nothing. It's not red, it's not black, nothing. And she was like, you know, oh, I burnt my hand, but I mean, yes, her. She's like, but at least the GoFundMe's still up. And like I said, the fact that she just got her renter's insurance situated the same day, and you're playing, she shows a candle that's in a holder and on a metal pan. How did that fall over and jump out of the pan and onto the floor with a towel? And then she says she watched it fall, light the towel, and then it lit her chair on fire. It just happened so quickly. I think it was an insurance job because she said in the video that she just got her renter's insurance her renter's insurance situated that day. But like I said, she doesn't talk about the 2 other families up, on the 2nd and 3rd floor that she displaced, that doesn't have a home, or the 4 children that she displaced because she lit the place on fire. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, let me get through these court transcripts, because there's a few more dates after this one, so that I can deal with my baby kids when they get home.
Come after me and tag her in my stuff, and then she makes videos about me. So I don't say stuff. Her followers tag her. Then she goes to YouTube and says, "Oh, are we back at this again?" And I'm like, "Back at what? You're right. We should all be offline." But Miss Hessler is the 50-hour YouTube queen, so she needs to shut that down and stop exposing her children to her YouTube channel in her living room, repeating vile things, exposing them to this stuff.
This is Ella testifying.
And letting them listen to her vile language. So the kids are all involved. They hear everything she's doing, see everything she's doing. She's smoking in her house. She's doing everything. I have to go. Okay. This took way much longer, but I have to go.
That's fine. Okay.
I've been saying the same thing. Where's the money?
You can leave if you need. Sorry. Did anybody need Miss Carsmaker to stay? She said she has to go.
No, she can go.
Okay. You can just leave the meeting, Miss Carsmaker.
Me and Ella's okay now.
No, as far as the comment about the coming and going live, one, I haven't. I did say I was going to, but I haven't, so that's kind of pointless.
All right, well,
two, it had nothing to do with her or Miss Harding.
Ella and I sat down and had a long conversation, and we agreed to disagree. We are putting everything behind us. We are civil and moving forward. I understand people don't like her. Not everybody likes, people that people chat with. I'm just going to ask people be respectful. Yes, I understand she went to court. She lied and testified with her. Your headbutt her. She did it for who she thought was her friend at the time, and I understand that. I do. Do I think it's right? Absolutely not. But I understand it,
It's actually with them in the making of videos alleging that my fiance molested my kids, them continuing to talk about how they're happy that my kids...
And for TikTok, if I go down again because they don't like the truth, I am on the tube. I'm doing both. I know a lot of people didn't think they would ever see that. She is spicy.
Aren't here and that they're safe because they don't know what goes on in my house. I have my kids, and I've had my kids for quite some time because they found that there was no molestation. So,
okay.
I don't understand what anything, if I'm not, I'm not talking about Miss Harding, I'm not threatening her, I'm not making videos about her, but she can't say the same. And like I said, I've sent it all in as exhibits.
Okay. All right, Miss Harding, anything further?
Yes, ma'am. I have not made videos about Miss Hessler since our last court where she didn't show up. Other than to say she didn't show up. I go online and discuss something that doesn't even involve her. And she thinks she can control me with my photos that she has obtained illegally. My account photos that she...
A public Facebook is not obtaining stuff legally.
Thinks she can control me with my photos that she has obtained illegally. My account, except for my YouTube, is on private. She is having her followers stalk me. She is stalking me, or how would she know what the heck I'm saying? I don't speak on her. I don't care what she does. The only reason I care about what she was doing was because she was offering to pass out my private photos
Okay.
of my grandkids to strangers online. I don't care what she does. But what I discuss on my time is my business, not hers. She has no business trying to extort me into silence with my photos.
Okay. Anything further?
Now, I do have proof of when she was stalking me back in a year ago.
Well, we already had a hearing on that.
Right, I know. Sorry.
All right. Does Margaret have any? It says Margaret's where you.
Margaret. I do. So I do have that video where she threatened that she was going to go live and to watch somebody's behavior. It just so happened that 3 days after she held that live, I was served with that restraining order. However, where they screwed up was posting that restraining.
Well, however, that has nothing to do with Lova or court.
Order a half hour before I was served. It was already posted to a page before the sheriff put it in my hands, which is
Okay,
fine.
but we're really only talking about Miss Hessler and Miss Hart.
Yeah,
So.
I have that video if you want it. Do you want me to play it?
You can play it.
So she has been online.
I wasn't ordered to stay offline.
It's not. It's in my Dropbox, so it's a pain in the.
Somebody else has been multiple times, though.
I don't know if you can hear it. Hold on.
I mean, I think she did already admit that she went online, but.
Right. Well, I just wanted to be. It was me that she was threatening because she thought that restraining order was going to do something. As far as people, this is me. It's up to watch. Trying to figure out how to hit it without saying. One that feels important. Yeah, it was people mentioning my name. Someone that likes to post lives or videos threatening people. Thank you, Camila. Excuse my hair. This is practice.
Okay.
Expressway here. I'm only here. I was trying to hurry because I was running late because I had to leave work. I know, sadly, it kind of is everyone, right?
Okay. Anything further from anybody?
No, that's it. I just want to apologize for my behavior.
Okay.
It's frustrating.
Right. Okay. I mean, I suggested before, and I still suggest that you don't
wifey.
contact each other. I'm going to take this under advisement. I'm going to look at the exhibits, and then I'll make a decision, and we'll get it out to you as soon as we can. Okay?
Is there a way that I could send you in some of those videos?
Today was the hearing.
Right, I'm sorry. I thought I might have already had them in, but I guess not.
But she talks about Gabby not being able to get exhibits in properly.
What videos are
It's
there?
okay. Never mind.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right, we're going to go off the record then.
Thank you.
And I don't know what all these are. I think this one I just played.
She would run the chat in the live streams for this woman.
Go ahead.
I didn't pay any attention to Jessica. I had no clue. It came to my attention around September of last year that.
Oh, these are all exhibits. Okay. So then this is the first violation that was filed on her.
Video conference and without counsel, and the respondent, Laura Jean Harding, is present today by video conference and without counsel. We had been in hearing on November 28th.
Oh, this one's really quiet.
Starting at about 10:30, and we continued for a half an hour. We did not finish at that time.
Can you guys hear it?
Ms. Hessler was still providing testimony. We had just done Exhibit 17, and it was admitted without objection. And she witnesses, and so we are set today to move forward with the hearing, and Ms. Hessler, I was hoping that you'd be able to finish up in 5 to 10 minutes for your case so that I have plenty of time to hear from Ms. Harding as well. So Ms. Hessler, do you want to continue with testimony, or do you have another witness you'd like to call?
Hang on, because where's the other one?
I'm gonna look at the exhibits and then I'll make a decision.
So they must have skipped the first part of this hearing. Damn it. That's alright, I'll ask for it. Anyways.
Hessler, I don't have video for you. Without counsel, 10:30, and we continued for a half second, and it was admitted without objection. And she had concerns about witnesses, and so we are set today to move forward with the hearing. And Ms. Hessler, I was hoping that you'd be able to finish up in 5 to 10 minutes for your case so that I have plenty of time to hear from Ms. Harding as well. So Ms. Hessler, do you want to continue with testimony, or do you have another witness you'd like to call?
Continue with testimony.
All right, then let me go ahead and swear you in. If you would, please raise your right hand. Thank you.
So this is now a third judge.
To tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Ma'am.
All right, thank you. Whenever you're ready.
Can I ask, is there a way to excuse Miss Margaret Hardy as I have a pending protection order on her?
No, if she's a witness for this case, or if she wants to observe the court case. Court cases are public and anyone can be here. Especially given that we're over Zoom, I'm going to not exclude her from this. However, I will take that as a separation of witnesses. And so, Ms. Margaret, do you expect to be called as a witness today?
There was 4 in total.
Ma'am, you'll have to unmute. There you go.
I know, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Then, and Ms. SV or Mr. SV, can you tell me if you're a witness here today?
Ma'am.
Okay. What's your name?
Samantha
Okay.
Dieselman Miller.
All right. I'm going to put you both in the waiting room, as a separation of witnesses is something that's provided for in the rules of evidence. If it's requested, that means you can be in the courtroom only during your testimony. It also means that you may not communicate with anyone, even if that is via chat or email or text or comment or any other way during the hearing about your testimony. So you cannot be in contact with Ms. Harding or Ms. Hessler or any other witness during the hearing today or until the conclusion of evidence. Do you understand, Ms. Margaret and Ms. SV?
Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to put you both in the waiting room. All right, both witnesses are in the waiting room. Ms. Hessler, is there anyone else who is there with you in your home within eyesight or earshot of the camera?
Ma'am, just Kat.
All right, and Ms. Harding, is there anyone else besides yourself in eyesight or earshot of the camera? Sorry, you're muted.
Ma'am, I'm home alone.
All right. If anyone else joins either party, please let the court know, as I'll have to give them an advisement on separation of witnesses, and I would view that as a violation of my order if someone else comes into the room and you don't let me know that. All right? And Ms. Hessler, you've been sworn, and the witnesses are separated, and you may testify when you're ready.
Yes, ma'am. So we went through all of the exhibits. I had just finished exhibits. However, since our last court date, Ms. Harding has continued to be at it again. I do have just a few quick clips I would like to share. I'm going to share my screen to do so.
Okay, have you submitted these to the court?
I have not because they're video.
Okay. You'll need to provide them, please, on a CD or thumb drive to the court so that we can preserve them in our evidence file, okay?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
I'd like to have those filed by the end of the day tomorrow, which would be by 4 p.m.
I will overnight a thumb drive today.
I just also want to be clear that I will view it today, but
Hang on, I think it ended. Try and get this shit situated before we get more fucking snow.
I'm gonna wait to make a decision on this case until I get that driver CD, as if I don't get it, I will have to disregard any video evidence that I see on it. Is that understood? Alright, thank you, and whenever you're ready, you can share your screen. Make sure that when you share your screen, you click advanced options so that it will enable original audio. Otherwise, the clip will not share its audio. Started the screen sharing. We're seeing your umbrellas on the backdrop there. And 17, is that correct? Is this what you're gonna call exhibit 18?
It's the creamy kind that you got no teeth. These basic assholes that have their teeth knocked down their throat. Oh, baby. It'll happen.
I'm having trouble hearing what is being said. Ms. Hessler, can you increase the volume or?
Unfortunately, it is up all the way. Mrs. Hardy, who expert when she speaks, in this video clip, she indicates one of these days those assholes, referring to myself and Miss Reiner, are going to have their teeth knocked down their throat. And then to try to cover it up, she states that it's not for anybody in particular, so you narcissistic fat fucks need to keep your panties out of a wad. This was during a live stream on November 30th, just 2 days after court. There's quite a few that she says that it's...
Just a moment. With exhibit 18, Ms. Hardy, do you have any objections? You'll have to unmute.
No, ma'am, but I'd like to say she has pictures of my breasts that she...
Okay, so Ms. Harding, I am happy to deal with that issue, but not in that video, are they?
on her screen, but not in that video, no.
Ms. Hessler, can you please make sure that you're not sharing anything inappropriate on your screen?
Mrs. B, no.
Okay. And Ms. Harding, I'll take that as no objections to exhibit 18.
Right.
And what are you going to be sharing now?
Exhibit 19. This is where she is referring to me and picking people. Men can't be that hard up, picking people out of a prison pool and a prison lineup due to the fact that my fiance has a past criminal record and has been in prison.
How do you phone Auntie's break room?
They say good night is hard to find, but damn. They really are hard to find. And if you're taken out of the pool from prison, you're always taken out of the prison lineup, or your friends, hubby. If they will cheat with you, they will cheat on you. That is Exhibit 19.
Any objections to 19?
And but my breasts are still in view.
I don't know what picture you're referring to, ma'am.
As unnamed, it's down at the bottom, right there.
Ms. Hessler, can you explain what that is?
So Mrs. Harding has, in multiple court hearings, stated that I hacked her Facebook and obtained a photo. And
disturbing.
Oh my god.
In the bottom left-hand corner, it has her name and it has a little globe underneath Harding where it says that it's public to Facebook, and it says butt or boobs taking a poll. But she likes to use this particular photo in telling courts that I hacked her Facebook. But it is a public photo.
We're not here on that today because she hasn't filed anything about that, so I would ask to have that not be displayed during court. If you could put that in another folder, so that it's not being seen right now. Appreciate it and thank you.
Oh.
Alright, exhibit 19 is admitted.
We have exhibit 20, and I'm sorry, 19, 20, 21, and 22 are from December 2nd. 20, she states, my fiance had 10 girlfriends because he had to pay for commissary and to keep Bubba off of him. Well, yeah, they have 10 girlfriends because they gotta get commissary money. You know what I'm saying? They get commissary money and they gotta get Bubba out of their ass.
Any objections to exhibit 20?
And
20 is admitted.
21, she basically dogs my mother-in-law's parenting, talking about they must be scum. I'm sorry, that her parenting's bad to have kids that lie and scam and end up in the big house. That's what pisses me off, Kim, is when their parents help them fucking lie and scam. But I mean, they've been raised too good. They're in the big house.
Any objections to 21?
Ma'am.
21 is admitted.
And then finally, 22, this is also part of December 2nd. She is referring to Miss Reiner, who also has the protection order on her, was talking about doing Christmas cards for her following. And she says something about sending poison candy. I didn't think that, poisoning somebody was kind of too good. Let's just do us a Christmas card exchange and we could exchange poison candies.
Meatballs in the freezer.
That will be it.
Any
No, ma'am.
22 is admitted.
Why don't you start that 30 so put it on high?
I would
Oh,
just like for this woman to, one, be held accountable. She, like I said, continuously states that she's untouchable because it's her First Amendment to freedom of speech. I would like for her and her witness to leave me alone. Ms. Harding has even started talking about my witness, Samantha, and her husband, who are in law enforcement. It's last night she went live.
Jacqueline, because people are ignorant and they like to, I don't know, obsess over my ex's fucking 20-year-old criminal record, so they make fun of me. Like I said, people are dumb.
Screaming Miss Harding, a direct violation of that protection order. It's repeated behavior, and I don't know when or how to stop her, is why I'm here today.
Ms. Harding, do you have questions for Ms. Hessler, or would you prefer that I swear you in and let you proceed?
Prefer to be
You're right. It is sad that it has to go this far.
sworn in at this time.
Ms. Harding, would you raise your right hand, please? And do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Ma'am, I do.
What would you like to say in response to these allegations?
Well, my response is that this just goes to prove that Ms. Hessler is stalking me, and no matter what I say or do, she seems to perceive it as about herself or Ms. Reiner. Also, there is no active protective order with Ms. Reiner. There is a court date. Because you see, they lied about even race in order to lie to the court and twist.
I didn't lie about shit. My race on that order says that I'm white. How's that lying?
Things. As you can see in everything that she's presented, those were general statements that she has taken out of context and made about herself in retaliation for me filing an order of protection against her, for going on my private Facebook page, gathering those photos in order to extort me into silence. Okay? So this is all in retaliation. I have given evidence, video as well as transcripts that shows Miss Hessler stating
It's still not private, Whack. It's still public. Still, to this very day, right now. It is fucking public.
and it was on September 16th on her live titled I'm Back, and she says at timestamp.
Alright, now listen. The last hearing, she said she didn't call CPS. That she called the police. Listen to what she says now. She admits to calling fucking CPS.
246, one person admitted to calling, meaning me calling, admitting to calling when we thought her registered sex offender live-in boyfriend had groped her child. There was nothing malicious. My concern was for the child only. Okay? And then, during that same live, she is harassing and defaming my witnesses.
Just a moment. I wanted to draw your attention, ma'am, to what we talked about at the beginning of the first hearing on this matter.
Tarot cards?
No.
Yeah, she admitted to calling CPS, claiming she had concerns for my child. Bitch, my child is not your concern. Don't worry about my children.
Listen for a second. We are here because she is alleging that you violated this order. I'm not here on the order involving the other woman. I'm still talking. I'm not here about the order you have against her. I am just here on her allegation that you have violated the order. So I want you to keep your testimony very focused on your response to that. Okay?
Amen.
Thank you.
I could do that. Where would you like me to start? With the tarot cards and explaining those tarot cards?
You can start with whatever alleged violation you wish.
We'll start in,
testimony however you wish.
Tarot cards, she stated that I drew these cards specifically about her and Miss Reiner. I have never, ever stated they were about anyone. As a matter of fact, when I posted them, I have made it clear These are about no one in particular. Miss Hessler herself, concerning the penis, states that I'm so stupid I got the piercing wrong because he has a Jacob's ladder piercing and the penis I drew has a Prince Albert.
They were about me,
And
Natalie.
I didn't get it wrong because it wasn't about her boyfriend.
The wee wee card was drawn after they found out that his charge was because he decided he couldn't keep his wee wee in his pants. Go figure, right? That's where the wee wee card came from. And because I said that it was pierced, she drew a piercing. But she drew a Prince Albert.
Okay? And as an example, I drew this.
Ma'am, you can't show me things like this.
It's been submitted. She submitted it.
Listen to the way she talks to the judge.
From Monsters Incorporated. Okay? Anybody knows that's a Disney Pixar picture? I even state when someone in my comments that I have no control over says that reminds me of Jay. Now, there's millions of people with the initial J, but Stalker Hessler there.
Millions of people with the first name and initial J, but just so happened to be one person she was in court with. One person she was beefing with.
Considers it about herself, but I tell the person that it was not.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
when I start talking, you need to stop talking. Ms. Hessler, there's no smoking during court. I don't know if you're smoking or...
And I was not. I blew a candle out because my cat was on my lap. Go grab those plastic bags from him, please.
But no smoking during court.
I'm not.
Okay. Ms. Harding, just take a deep breath.
Trying.
Provide me your testimony. I want to hear what you have to say.
I'm not very good at explaining myself. And, but anyway, like I was trying to say, those cards are not about anybody in particular. Just like with the Justice card, are you familiar with tarot and the symbol?
Are you familiar with tarot?
Symbology related to tarot cards.
You're going to have to explain what you want to say about it on the record so that it's clear if there's an appeal.
Record. In tarot, there are traditional symbols that represent things that help you interpret those cards when you give a reading. The Justice card, the meaning of that card is literal justice. And most of the time when you find yourself in front of a judge, you're fucked.
Ma'am,
I'm sorry, but that's what's on the card and that was the testimony.
ma'am, if you are quoting the card, please make that clear. In that case, you're allowed to use that word. If it's
So
not,
sorry.
if it's not clear, then I'm going to tell you that I will have to hold you in contempt of court. And I don't want to do that. My goal here is not to send you to jail over a swear word, okay?
Ooh.
I make sure that if you're quoting something, you're telling me what you're quoting so that I can make sure I understand the context that you're using it in, okay?
Damn it.
Apologies, I was unaware. I've never had to do this.
I'm just explaining it. Thank you.
It is representing.
She's never had to do this, but this is the fifth hearing. Fifth hearing. I should have had you grab me a tea.
Quoting the card, and I'm quoting her from her own statement. You know, and like I said,
Ma'am, if you're going to refer to the card, just refer to it by exhibit number or letter. You can't hold it up because the video is part of the record, okay?
I'm sorry.
I'm just explaining it so you understand. I'm not mad. I'm not frustrated. I'm just explaining it so you understand. Somebody holding up something during the hearing doesn't preserve what it is.
Absolutely, lady. Absolutely. And you know what? I'm going to say this. Because if, rather people like it or not, if Gabby would have been able to go into court and professionally give testimony, and she would have walked out with a restraining order. Period. I'm not even going to lie. Both times that she went to court, this woman lied and said she wasn't doing and saying the things that she was. And she very much was. She was. I even told Brownie I thought it was bullshit because Gabby was accusing Brownie of stuff that they find out did and said. But if she would have been able to present herself as a calm, respectful human being, she would have got that restraining order. No doubt, hands down. And that would have been 3 out of state restraining orders on her. 3. So who's the problem?
And her statements, I can't even remember what she testified to last time about someone in my comments mentioning, well, referring to the card that somebody said that looked like her, but they didn't say her, they said the initial J. And then I commented, no, it is Rosin Randall. Okay? And then she says that you can see I was clearly making fudge. I didn't mention anybody. I think a couple of times, if she would play it through other than the parts she just picks out for her stuff, that you can even say, this isn't about nobody in particular.
Okay, so since she says that, this isn't about anybody in particular. This is just me talking about my life. This isn't about anybody in particular.
I mean, I can't do anything without this woman attacking me. She goes live for 2 or 3 hours almost every day, attacking my witnesses, bringing up court, mentioning things she knows she's not
I guess
supposed
add
to,
like
but yet
2
says,
cups
I
of
think
hot
I'm
water.
untouchable.
How much of the like?
I hadn't gone live for over 2 months.
Oh, well, if you're gonna do
Until
that,
just the
hang on.
last couple of days.
Here,
And every time I did, you could see
I'll send you
she's
the
calling
recipe.
the local authorities, or she's statements about her, just like, how does she know what my frame of mind was whenever I was speaking about the things she just claimed? Like, millions of people in jail. Everybody makes jokes about dropping the soap. The Christmas cards, it's Christmas time. Millions of people are sending Christmas cards.
Millions of people aren't sending poisoned candy, though. See the difference?
The joke about poison candy, that's because they make fun of my religion of being a witch. So I
Being a witch isn't a religion, FYI.
was being a smartass, pardon my French,
After she was just told not to cuss, let me cuss again.
and said, I'll just send poison candy for Christmas. Not to anybody in particular, it was a statement, it was a joke. But she is talking all over the place, trying to make something about her and trying to be relevant when in my life when she totally is not.
Ms. Harding?
I feel as if I can't go online without this woman trying to attack me and attacking the people with me that come forward.
Ms. Harding, it's not stalking.
Being a witch isn't. Wiccan or Wicca would be a religion. But, like, just witch isn't a religion.
She's doing a public live stream.
Understand that.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, ma'am?
Other than I'm not guilty of. I've
When
never
are you
made
doing
a
that?
mention of Miss Hustler, so I'm not in violation. What her concern is with Miss Reiner, I have no clue. But it doesn't concern her, and she needs to mind her own.
Okay.
Ms. Hessler, do you have
I
any
gotta go up
questions?
to the repair shop. But,
I don't have to. You don't have to leave here till like 6:30.
And Ms. Hessler, did you have a witness you were going to be calling or no?
Yes, Samantha.
I'll leave here.
Go ahead, let her in.
Tom,
Alright,
come here.
If you would, please go ahead and share your video so that I can see you.
No, come here.
Funny.
Good
Yes.
morning.
Alright, it's switching things. What's Adam's last name? Don't say it, though.
No,
Okay.
real close.
Okay. I'm switching Audio's now, sorry.
Could you please state your name?
Tom got here a couple minutes ago with the kids.
Samantha Bieselman Miller, Samantha.
Let's get past her spelling her last name.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Ma'am.
Ms. Hessler, you may ask your witness question.
I'm sorry, I don't even know how to address her. I guess Samantha, I was debating that. Have you at all in the last 2 months now witnessed or exhibited Miss Harding violating her protection order by speaking on or about myself or my family during a live stream or a TikTok video?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall any dates, times, anything that was said about?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, about me.
Let's see how long
there's
it's going to
been
take her
several
to do
incidents.
that, because tell her I can come in and...
Is my language. Constantly is calling or referring to you as lard ass, fat ass, pedo lover, specific dates. No, I don't have specific dates written down, but it has occurred on several occasions. Most recently this week.
So go.
Ms. Harding, there's no holding up of hands in court. If you have an objection, you just say the word objection, and I'll be happy to hear what your objection is.
Objection.
What is the nature of your objection?
Can't provide dates, but I can. It was before the order was
So
in
ma'am,
place.
I'm not gonna grant that as an objection, but I'll let you discuss that, with her on cross-examination if you wish, okay? You may proceed with your testimony.
Samantha, sorry. Has there been
No, she
any
needs to do her
time
laundry.
that you believe or feel that Ms. Harding has talked about you since becoming a witness?
Yes.
Explain those.
Sure. So, I don't use my actual legal name on any social media. I actually use Sage, and she refers to me as Sage and those other spices, rosemary, thyme, things of that nature that are connected without specifically saying sage all of the time. My husband has also been spoken about due to his profession and indicating that I have connections in which I don't, and that I'm giving you legal advice.
All that I have.
All right, and Ms. Harding, do you have questions for Ms. Bieselman Miller?
Yes, when were the dates that I was calling Miss Hessler specifically that I stated Jessica's a lard ass? When were those dates?
She's asking again.
Okay. As I,
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
Just a moment. Ms. Hessler, what's your objection?
Ms. Harding stated that she doesn't recall the exact date.
Okay, I'll still allow the question. May I answer it to
As
the
previous,
record?
yes. As previously stated, I don't have the exact dates written down here in front of me. Mrs. Harding has not referred to her as Jessica. Prior to the protection order, sorry, they're called something different here, so I apologize. Prior to the protection order, she was referred to as Jess, but then during those live streams, Mrs. Harding would be talking about Jessica, but refer to her as lard ass. So when she starts calling her the names prior to the protection order being placed, but then once the protection order is in place, only refers to those names to kind of skirt around it. It's very obvious, as well as the topic that's being spoken on.
Switching clips.
But that's assumption. I'm making a pledge, and do you know there are several fat women, including myself in America? It's an epidemic.
Ma'am, just ask.
Don't have a question.
Again, when were the dates, or did I specifically recently in the last few of my live streams say Jessica is a lard ass?
I don't watch all of your live streams, so I don't know.
Well, yes or no, you're here as a witness.
Ms. Harding, I need you to give her a chance to answer. Ms. Samantha, please try to do a yes or no if you can. If you can't, you need to answer it the right way, and that's fine. So, Ms. Harding, there's no rule of evidence that she has to limit herself to a yes or no. I'm perfectly happy for her to follow your instructions, to do her best to get to a yes or no, but I am going to permit her, and sometimes answers do not allow for that, and I am going to permit her to give a brief explanation. Ms. Harding, you may repeat your question.
Can you name a specific time, or have you witnessed me say recently, after my protective order was in place, that Jessica Hessler is a lard ass? Or are you assuming?
Not in those exact words, no.
To hold me in contempt.
I'm sorry, your connection lagged just for a minute there. Ms. Harding, can you repeat that question?
I didn't have a question. I said that it was all assumptions, just like Ms. Hessler's testimony is all based on assumption.
Ms. Harding, just to be clear, when another witness is on the stand, it's just a time for you to ask them questions, not to respond or to agree or disagree with their answers, okay? So, do you have any other questions for her?
No, not for her.
All right, Ms. Hessler, do you have any follow-up questions for Ms., is it Besselman? I'm so sorry, I'm getting it wrong again.
Okay, it happens all the time. Don't worry, it's okay.
What is it really?
Besselman,
Besselman Miller.
like if you think diesel, like diesel gas, but diesel.
All right, Ms. Hessler, do you have questions for Ms. Besselman Miller? Thank you, that's very helpful.
No,
All right, Ms. Besselman Miller, you are excused as a witness then, and you are welcome to go ahead and log off. I can put you back in the waiting room, or you can log off as you prefer, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead and let in Ms. Margaret. All right, and Ms. Besselman Miller is logged off. Ms. Margaret, can you tell me your last name, please?
P is in Peter, A, R is in Robert, D is in David, E is in Edward, E is in Edward.
All right, Ms. Pardee, is that right? All right, would you please raise your right hand? Do you
Kristen.
solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Here.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Harding, is this your witness?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may ask your question.
Ms. Purdy, can you testify to the fact that on September 16th, on Ms. Hessler's live stream, I don't know what to ask her, but she is being harassed. Are you being harassed by Mrs. Hessler?
I am.
Explain to the courthouse she's harassing you.
So, Ms. Hessler tried to get a restraining order on me on November 28th, but what Ms. Hessler doesn't know is that one was filed on her on 10/31 in Florida. I've also filed 3 separate police reports and have hired an attorney because even after attempting to file that restraining order on 11/28, she posted 6 videos about me and has been live for over 7 hours, lying about me, talking about me. So clearly, Ms. Hessler is not capable of being an adult and just moving on. So I have since hired an attorney.
Still waiting
The
for
state
that
of Florida
attorney.
does not allow video evidence, which is why I have been going through Ms. Hessler's content to write down everything that she said about me.
So there is it doesn't seem like she's capable.
And gotta switch clips. And this is the hearing that they were yelled at to quit talking out of turn, quit laughing and smiling because it wasn't Judge Judy. Yikes.
Of being an adult. I think the court date was September 6th for the first one that I appeared for, and since then, Miss Hessler, has gotten completely out of control. I was on a phone call with somebody that, one of my friends who is,
I just have a quick question, I apologize. Ms. Harding, can you tell me how this testimony is relevant to the allegations that Ms. Hessler has against you?
the conduct.
Okay. We don't allow character evidence in civil cases. So Ms. Hessler cannot introduce evidence, Ms. Harding, that you behaved a certain way to somebody else and therefore you've been behaving that way to her. And similarly, you cannot introduce character evidence against her. So if Ms. Pardee has any evidence that you can adduce about the allegations that Ms. Hessler has, remember, we're not here on the original order of protection case that was already granted. We are here solely on her allegations that you violated the TO. So if you have questions about that for Ms. Pardee, I would be more than happy to hear her testimony, okay?
Miss Pardee, have you ever seen me attack Mrs. Hessler's children, anyone else's children? No, ma'am. No. Okay. I don't know.
Renee.
I don't know if it's because obviously I wasn't.
Yes, she filed 3 separate times that was all denied. And then I filed on her, and they gave a court hearing 4 days later, and I didn't get the notification in the mail. So at that point, I wasn't able to appear because I didn't get the notification. So she filed against me again for the 4th time, stating that I filed in this very court with half-truths and complete lies against her, but then I didn't show up to court. Well, when I found out that there was court, like I said, 4 days, I didn't get the snail mail. I requested a new court date. It was granted, and that was the last hearing that we listened to, the September hearing. We had court September 6th or 1st, and my restraining order was granted September 6th because she took the case under advisement to review all of the exhibits that were sent in. But yes, before Gabby took her, it was not only me, but Ashley Reiner, Miss Ashy Cat. She had a restraining order on her too, a 2-year long. So did I.
He has the evidence. I am one of Laura's mods. Sometimes people come into her chat and will mention Miss Hessler, and I tell them that we cannot discuss that individual here.
But why are they bringing me up?
Miss Harding herself does not speak about Miss Hessler. I have seen it reversed, though, quite a few times, actually. But I don't know what's been given.
Because I asked for witnesses to be put in a breakout
Miss
room.
Harding, have you ever seen me attack Miss Hessler's witness, Samantha? No.
she'd call her,
Have you ever heard
something, sage and spice, or, what was it, the criminal spice or something like that? Yeah, a lot of people didn't. And that's why I'm putting this out there. Because not only did people not know, but she also told people that I took her to court. I used her court to harass her. I was the one doing all of this. So that's why I had to send in multiple hard drives to get all of the hearings, but apparently they missed one of them. Because like I said, a lot of people didn't know. You know, just like this, she was found guilty of contempt, and her punishment was to stay offline for 30 days. She wasn't allowed to go live, she wasn't allowed to post videos, and she wasn't allowed to take part in other people's live streams. But she did anyways. So, you know, another contempt had to be filed. And when she would come back from the 30 days, and everybody was like, oh, I missed you, blah, 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 she wouldn't tell people the truth. She would say, oh, well, I had the grandkids, so, you know, I was busy with them, blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, nobody really knew the fucking truth. Nobody.
my tarot cards or the pictures that I have drawn are about Mrs. Hessler or Mrs. Reiner?
Absolutely not. It's actually the opposite. There's always a disclaimer involved stating that they do not represent any real life person or something of that sort.
More lies.
And sorry, but I can't remember specifically. Was you in my live the night I was making the chocolate fudge?
Was
I
you?
was there for a few. I wasn't there the whole time, no.
Do you remember when I was speaking on Bubba dropping the soap and commissary? Did I specify that that was Miss Hessler's specific ex-con?
Not that I can recall, no.
Okay, I think that's it.
Right, and Ms. Hessler, do you have any questions for Ms. Pardee?
I do. You stated that people are in the chat, that you're her moderator,
Mm-hmm.
and that will come in the chat
Mm-hmm.
and start speaking about me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If Miss Harding is not speaking on or about me or referring to me, why would people come in the chat and just randomly start speaking about me?
There are people that, as I just watched yesterday in Miss Harding's live, there are people that will come in to try to make Laura break that order. Like I did yesterday, I deleted the comment and I just said, we cannot talk about that individual here. She doesn't have control over who comes in and says what.
Also, it's also because those same people witnessed Miss Hessler's live for 2 or 3 hours a day, doing nothing but constantly attacking my witnesses and myself, violating her own protective order.
Just to be clear, parties, I want to make sure you all understand.
Listen.
In Indiana, and I can't speak for other states, a protection order is not a two-way block, it's a one-way block. In other words, Ms. Harding, this order, in this case, prevents you from
Hang on, this might not be the part yet.
contacting her or talking about her. It does not in any way limit Ms. Hessler's activities. Other orders may do that, but that's not what we're here on today.
Well, it still goes to
No,
They're
not yet.
coming in because they have witnessed her go live 2 or 3 hours a day.
I just want to be clear that I can't interfere with your evidence and that we're here on just the one case.
Well, I'm trying to explain why people come into my life. Ask about her. It's because she's speaking on me and my witnesses defaming us daily for hours upon hours, which is unjust and malicious.
Ma'am, again, I'm not here on that today.
Not about that. It was a general statement that that's all she talks about is myself and my witnesses. So that, of course, when I get live,
Ma'am,
they'll ask me.
ma'am, you can file something about that in the case you have against Ms. Hessler. You are welcome to do so. But I cannot hear that evidence here today because, again, the only thing that is before me today are her allegations about your violations of the order. That is all I have and I'm allowed by Indiana law to look at today.
And I'm trying to clear up her confusion on why people would come into my chat asking me questions about her.
Okay.
That's because
What I'm saying, ma'am, is ask your next
I guess I
question.
don't understand.
I'm trying to explain that this is not the time for our.
And mind you, it was me questioning her witness, but now when she just told me to ask my next question, she takes over.
Amen. This is the time to ask your witness questions so that we can hear her testimony and then excuse her as a witness so she can go on about her day. All right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help her understand why there would be somebody come into my life and ask me a question about her. Because we're all in the same kind of.
Just ask
Okay,
the question.
Miss Hardy, why would you think that someone would come into my life asking about Miss Hessler?
Agreed.
I think that people like to antagonize the situation. I think that people on both sides find it to be entertaining. And I don't think that, well, I know that it only, that we don't seek them out. You will never catch me going into somebody else's chat to troll them like the other side does. And it's not something that we have control over. Just yesterday, there was an account that came in and said something, and I just deleted the comment and said, we can't talk about it here. So it's not like the conversation is being prompted by Miss Harding. It's just people trying to push Miss Harding to then breaking the order, which myself as her moderator, I just delete the comment and keep it moving. I do say we cannot speak about that person here so that it's clear, but again, I don't have control over what somebody else types and presses send on
It should be embarrassing, but unfortunately,
Miss Hardy, have you ever seen me
I don't think it would
go
be
into
embarrassing
Miss
to them.
Hessler or anybody else and leave the atrocious and defamatory comments and flame baiting comments?
Yeah, not once. One time.
I'm done.
You were already done. That was my turn to ask her.
Sir, do you have any questions for Ms. Hardy?
A few, just really quickly. So, Ms. Cardi, you indicated that the tarot cards are actually reversed and that they're not about myself or about Ms. Reiner. Would you say that the deck is called Active Addicts Tarot Cards?
I don't know the title of it.
Okay.
I just know that she uses a disclaimer saying that it does not represent any actual person.
Right, but would you admit that majority of the cards resemble myself or Miss Reiner? For instance, the straw in the nose with the fence comment.
No, I think that's just.
I'm sorry, parties and witness, I can't hear when you're both talking at the same time. So
Okay.
Ms. Hessler will ask her question
Basic
and then
principle.
stop talking. And then and only then, Ms. Hardy, will you answer the question and then stop talking.
The bowl.
Okay? So Ms. Hessler, go ahead.
So the male genitalia, the penis.
This next time that the judge interrupts is where she lays into them.
Card.
Thank you.
That didn't come about until I believe that it was you that sought out my personal information in regards to the penis picture that was sent to a decoy. The hippofint card that resembles me sitting on the couch with the baby Yoda behind me and pedophile place up behind it, or the world is Miss Reiner stepping out of the bathtub nude with the allegations that she had went live masturbating.
Sorry, Ms. Hessler, I just want to be clear, I can't hear anything about that other case because I'm not here on that. Okay?
No, I understand. I'm just saying that there are lots of resemblances to the.
Ma'am, you can ask her a question, but this is again not the time to testify, okay?
Would you say that those resemble?
I would say that it resembles the life of an active addict, yes. I would also like to go on record and say that I was not
Listen.
the individual that found her fiance's information. That's important.
That's important.
Anything else? I the individual that found that information?
Pardon?
No, ma'am.
Hey, listen to me. I am trying hard to let everyone have their say and to hear what you have to say. But this is court. This is not Dr. Phil. This is not Judge Judy. Stop laughing and rolling your eyes, everybody. This is not anybody gets to ask a question at any time. Right now, Ms. Pardee is on the witness stand, and Ms. Hessler is asking her questions. And Ms. Hessler, you can ask your next question. Ms. Harding, if you have an objection under the rules of evidence, you are welcome to say objection and tell me the nature of your objection, but you do not get to interrupt with your own questions or your own points. All right? Ms. Pardee, answer the questions when you're asked them. This is not a chance for you to opine separately. If there is no question.
Oof. Did y'all hear that, or do I need to replay that?
Pending, you may not speak. Pardon?
No, ma'am.
Hey, listen to me. I am trying hard to let everyone have their say and to hear what you have to say. But this is court. This is not Dr. Phil. This is not Judge Judy. Stop laughing and rolling your eyes, everybody. This is not anybody gets to ask a question at any time. Right now, Ms. Pardee is on the witness stand, and Ms. Hessler is asking her questions. And Ms. Hessler, you can ask your next question. Ms. Harding, if you have an objection under the rules of evidence, you are welcome to say objection and tell me the nature of your objection, but you do not get to interrupt with your own questions or your own points. All right? Ms. Pardee, answer the questions when you're asked them.
Well, that's embarrassing.
If there is no question pending, you may not speak. Ms. Hessler, ask your next question.
Miss Pardee, do you recall Miss Harding's live on November 22nd in referring to a call between you and another individual? She had stated Spice with Connections would have told her buddy that it was illegal and that it has consequences. Do you recall that statement?
No, I do not.
Okay. That was video evidence 17. That's all. Thank you.
Ma'am, Ms. Hessler, I want to remind you, this is just a time for questions. It's not a time for you to agree or disagree with her answer. All right?
Yep.
I
Thank you.
understand that both parties here today are self-represented. I understand that you do not necessarily know legal procedure. But I am explaining that procedure to you both as we go, and once I've explained it, I expect you each to follow it. All right? Now, Ms. Harding, it's back to you for any redirect. Do you have any follow-up questions for Ms. Harding you have not already asked?
No, ma'am, I do not.
All right. And Ms. Pardee, I appreciate your testimony here today. And you may go ahead and log off.
Thank you. I apologize, ma'am.
I understand you're both doing your best. I understand tempers are high. But I do need you both to listen to me. All right? Now, Ms. Hessler, is that all of your witnesses?
Ma'am.
And have you provided all of your testimony?
Ma'am.
And have you got in or had addressed every one of your exhibits?
Ma'am.
All right. Ms. Harding, I have heard your testimony, I've heard your witness.
Listen to what she says.
We have not already heard.
Ma'am, the other witness cannot decided not to show because of the harassment she's been receiving from Miss Essler.
Do you have any other exhibits that you need the court to consider today?
Ma'am, everything she's presented is her assumption that it's about her, not an actual fact.
Ms. Hester, would you like to make any brief closing statement? Again, of things that you may not have already said. If you've already said it, please trust I haven't.
No, ma'am. I think we're clear. Aside from Miss Harding's assumption of continuously indicating I'm harassing other people, but that's all.
Ms. Harding, do you have any wish to make a brief closing statement?
Oh, ma'am.
Thank you both. I'm going to carefully consider this case and I'll issue a decision. I hope within about the next 30 days. I have 90 days total to make my.
Okay.
Order. I'm hoping to do it earlier, within about 30. I'll make that decision in writing and I'll send a copy to both of you. I'm going to wait to make my decision instead of making it today, as I want to make sure I have time to calm down from a fairly contentious hearing and make a decision based on the evidence rather than based on my frustrations with today. I also want to make sure that I have the evidence from the first part of the hearing fresh in my mind and as fresh as this evidence. So I'm going to review every exhibit, I'm going to review the testimony. In fact, I'll probably listen to both hearings again. Then I'll make a careful, considered decision. Thank you both for your time. Meanwhile, all orders remain in place. Thank you both, and we'll be off the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not y'all. It was all the interruptions, the speaking out of turn, the cussing, the, all of that shook her up. And I can't say that, I really fucking blamed her. So this hearing was held on December 7th. Let me find. Dude, I'm literally standing right here. Let me find the decision. Okay, so, like I said, this hearing was December 7th, 2022. A decision was made December 10th, 2023. The parties appeared for a hearing on November 28th. Petitioner, me, appeared without counsel and by video. Respondent appeared without counsel and by video. The court heard witnesses and considered the evidence. The court has the following. And it says parentheses, second court date held on the 7th day of December 2022 to finish providing evidence and testimony. 1. Petitioner played video evidence during the hearing on November 28th, including exhibits marked as 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, which were admitted as evidence. Petitioner was to submit exhibits via USB drive or CD drive by December 8th, or the court would not admit the exhibits. Petitioner did supply a USB but the USB contained 54 videos. And apparently I had it mixed up. So it said that none of them were labeled as 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The court could not view the videos that were offered or admitted as exhibits, so has no way to determine which of the numerous videos were correct exhibits. Exhibits 18, 19, 20 were admitted as evidence. And it goes on, respondent was cautioned that she must follow the order in this case, and that any mention of petitioner direct or incorrect could expose her to criminal charges and or a charge of indirect civil contempt. So then I had contacted the courts and was like, wait, there wasn't 54, things. She found out that it was the wrong thumb drive. So then on the 16th day of February, it says, again, about the court dates. The court issued an order of contempt on January 10th, finding that the respondent was not in contempt. On January 12th, petitioner filed correspondence with the court, considers as a motion to correct errors. The court has reviewed the correspondence and is now issuing the following. Petitioner played the videos, 18, 19, 22. The court mistakenly believed that the petitioner had not submitted the exhibits as directed. The court was incorrect and was reviewing the wrong USB drive. After receiving the motion to correct errors, the court investigated and was able to find and locate the correct USB. Exhibit 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 were on the USB thumb drive. The court reviewed the 5 videos, exhibits 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and now admitted into evidence. All are recordings of live streaming by the respondent, which petitioner believes violates the order of protection. Exhibit 18 is a 39-second video containing the statements, quote, "And an asshole is going to have their teeth knocked down their throat, not by me, but it will happen." And, quote, "You little narcissistic fat fucks need to keep your panties out of a wad." Exhibit 19 is a 26-second video containing the statement, quote, "They say a good man is hard to find, chuckle." Well, they really are hard to find if you're picking from a pool from prison. You're always picking out of a prison lineup or your friend's hubby, which I still don't know what the fuck that means, but okay. Exhibit 20 is the 29-second video containing the statement, "They have 10 girlfriends because they have to keep up the commentary." Exhibit 20 is a 23-second video containing the statement, "That's what pisses me off is when parents help them," and then it says redirect, or no, I'm sorry, I zoom in. It says fucking, and it says F redact ing. Fucking lying scam, but I mean, couldn't have been raised too good if they're in the big house. Exhibit 20 is a 9-second video containing the statement, quote, sing-song mocking voice. "Let's just do a Christmas card exchange and we can laughs return to normal voice. Exchange poison candies instead." And then, in the court finds that Exhibit 19 is referring to petitioner. The other exhibits are likely also referencing the petitioner, but the connection is not significantly clear to the other exhibits. In the court's September 6th permanent protection or permanent order of protection, the court ordered paragraph 7. Respondent will not post any information about the petitioner online or have anyone she knows post information online. Respondent will not communicate with or about the petitioner directly or indirectly. Delete any videos that have been posted that involves the petitioner or petitioner's family. 11. The respondent is in an indirect contempt of court. As a sanction, respondent is ordered to refrain from live streaming to the public for 30 days. Respondent the respondent may regain live streaming again starting March 17th, 2023. Any further violations may result in additional sanctions. So ordered the 16th day of February, 2023. So, her, Ella Margaret, still found guilty.
Thank you both for the both hearings again. So I'm going to review it from the first part of here and frustrations with a fairly contentious incident. Order 53 COA 2207
April 24th, 23, another contempt violation.
We are here today. There were originally protective orders issued on September 6th of 2022 in both of these cases, and then there were contempt petitions filed Harding from Kessler on December 5th, 2022. Kessler filed a petition against Ms. Harding on February 22nd.
Oh, this is another long one.
We're hearing these together. So,
Alright, you guys, we're gonna do this.
first, Ms. Harding.
We have this one and 3 more. And like I said, I also have the one where she was arrested because she was charged with criminal civil contempt of court. If you don't hear me, I'm making dinner. And my kids got home about an hour ago. Well, Kristen just left to take her dad home, but I'm going to get dinner going. I'm going to go over these permission slips for my kids to do track. You know, because I'm just such a horrible mother. And we will resume this tomorrow at 9 a.m. and we will play the rest of them. And if you missed it, if you give me a little bit, I'll put my phone. Well, fuck, I gotta figure out how to autoplay these. Because the way that I want to do it is post them on the tube with like each court hearing as a video. Alright, so let me see if I can autoplay them instead of me having to fucking check the next one to play every 5 fucking minutes. And if y'all haven't looked it up, it's called Salisbury steak meatballs. I got the recipe on YouTube. Go find that shit, cause it's fire. What you doing? What you doing, my Trumpers?
It was in my bed.
Hi, Trump. Hi, Trump. What are you doing? What are you doing, Trumpers? What are you doing? Tell Kenzie, say my orange hasn't came out too much today.
That's a shocker.
I've been kind of quite mellow for Mom. Huh, you've been kind of mellow for me. Your orange flavor hasn't came out too much. Oh, I love you, kitty. So yes, tomorrow, 9 a.m. I'll post a video on it too. And then let me figure out if I can auto play these. I might have to move them to that app I had to download. And I'll get them posted over on the tube too. But everybody have a good and safe Thursday. I wouldn't get off, but I have to cook dinner. I have to go pre-treat my driveway and sidewalk because starting in about an hour, all night long, it's supposed to snow. We're supposed to get, like, apparently now anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of snow on top of our already 6. So I want to pre-treat so it's not as much to get rid of. And I have to shower and get ready for work. So I will see everybody bright-eyed and bushy-tailed first thing in the morning. And I was told that apparently Ella's been posting clips from the live. So, like, I don't know if people want to grab them. I'm going to definitely go watch. I'll probably duet them too. But I will see everybody tomorrow. If you're getting snow, stay warm, stay safe. And if you're part of that whole fucking snow ice storm, hopefully you're making it, okay? Because that shit sucked. Do you have homework? Yeah. No. Four. We have 4 hearings. But I will see everybody tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye.